What do you say, Joe, to the concept that this is not good for the league, that teams are forced to put so many eggs into a one-position basket, so I guess still early on in a career, and more often than not now, we're seeing it placed in the basket of a quarterback that is yet to play or win a single playoff game? What do you say to that, Joe?
Yeah, listen, you got to trust the guys running these teams and they're evaluating skills. And frankly, if their evaluating skills aren't good, they're not winning anyway. And if their evaluating skills are good, they're putting it into the right people. So, the Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisbergers, we already know what they are. I think we know what Wentz is other than the injury risk. I think we know what Goff is. I think we're going to know what these guys have been league 4 or 5 years are. So if you make the mistake of taking a guy who's a pretty good quarterback, I don't mean to dump on him, but like what the Ravens did with Flacco, if you take a pretty good quarterback and pay him like an upper echelon quarterback, your chances of ending the season at the top of the heap are very, very small. And if you evaluate properly and you do it for, I think, a Wentz, or if you do it for some of these other guys that we've seen that are very upper echelon, even though I know no one's won with a $30+ million quarterback yet, it's just a snapshot in the moment. We won't be saying that too far from now because it's very doable. You do have to do other things better than the teams that have a cheaper quarterback. You do have less flexibility. You do have to be smarter. But it's very, very doable, and we'll see it happen here reasonably soon, even though if we look at the history of the last few years, it hasn't happened yet. So I think that the teams that are smart and the teams that are evaluating their own players properly and not being afraid of making a mistake, in other words, letting somebody go, that if you pay him $30 million, you can't win the Super Bowl with him. Take the chance, have the guts to make a mistake, and go back in and find another quarterback. And the teams that have a guy who's a real difference maker, which I think Wentz is, go ahead and pay whatever it takes, and then trust yourself to build the rest of the roster. And in this case, I think unless he continues to get hurt, the Eagles will look back and go, wow, that was some of the best money we ever spent, even though it was a lot of money.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.